I learned about Women Aware through the numerous pamphlets that the police had given me. And once I sought my my lawyer, he also advised me and strongly encouraged me to reach out to Women Aware. And I also had a person that I knew that had gone through the program, which prompted me to pick up the phone and get help.
So I learned about Women Aware after I had decided to file a restraining order. I had already left my partner, and some things had occurred that were just driving me insane. And I felt like my safety was compromised.
The first time I learned about Women Aware was probably, I want to say 8 years ago. And it was in a pamphlet that I had received. On my way to the police station, I had called up a family friend that I used to nanny for their kids, and he had told me, Alyssa, it's not okay what's happening. And on the way there is when I called Women's Aware. What you're going through is not okay. It's not normal. It's not acceptable. And you are right.
I called the hotline, and I guess there's an intake, a person on the other end, and they went through everything with me. They were very kind. And supportive. Everybody that I experienced was very supportive throughout the whole process. And my counselor, that took us through, was wonderful. She gave us the opportunity to talk and connect and relate to each topic that we were going over each week.
It was a phenomenal meeting. It was really good. Like I said, I had already left my partner at that point. I was away from him for, I think, 3 or 4 years at the time. Stuff that I hadn't talked about, hadn't really thought about how it affected my daughter's mental health, or really my own in some instances. So to rehash some of those things and to still have some of the same fears in that moment that I had had years ago when I was in it, she helped me to realize that there were some things I needed to address for myself, but also for my daughter.
She sat me down and she was just like, Alyssa, we're going to do this together. Just tell me everything. And we went through step by step. And she asked about my 2 children. And she said that, we're going to get them involved in the program as well, which is PALS. And it was so amazing to know that they were going to get the assistance that they needed to as well. So it was a family effort of healing.
The resources were still great. It helped to reassure me that what I was going through was not unique to me, that it wasn't my fault, and that a lot of the behaviors that I experienced were just common things that abusers did.
Legally, there were legal advocates that actually I was able to, in the courtroom when I showed up, I will never forget this day. She had given me some encouraging words before, and she told me, listen, you're going to go in there and tell your story and nothing else, and you're going to be okay. And I went in and I turned around because I remember I was shaking, my hands were trembling, and she was there. I don't even know this person, but she was there, and it made me feel so confident.
Me focused on my journey forward, but you just have to let it out. So
I personally took away so much from it. There were I'm a visual learner, so there were these pamphlets that they would send out virtually. I actually saved those and printed them out, and I have them, and I would stick them on my fridge. And anytime I felt this sense of am I doing the right thing moving forward with this, leaving him, walking away, because you tend to feel that when you're dealing with abuse and healing. You constantly think, are you in the wrong? I would look back at those papers and say, no, this is narcissistic abuse. No, this is a cycle of abuse. This is what it is. Seeing that and having that opportunity to work with these other women and hearing their stories, knowing that they're not alone, is such a strong, empowering feeling.
There was definitely a connection with other members in the group, and conversations that were relatable. I think this whole situation is not in anybody's comfort zone, and making the phone call and admitting what's going on in your life is the first step to helping yourself.
I tell them stop waiting to see how much worse it can get. Because I think we as women always justify the behavior, find a reason to downplay the behavior, and then it only gets worse from there. My daughter started participating in the music and art therapy classes, and she really liked it because, you know, she needed a place to be a kid and a place to talk about her feelings about her parents not being together. And Women Aware did help me to explain to her why I'm not with her father, because previously she did not know.
Jared at the time was 14 and Christian at the time was 3. He had just turned 3. I think for a teenage boy, being a single mom raising him, his whole life he's been my protector, and we've been together. So we're best friends, and he felt that role. So I think for him being able to open up to Suzanne and not feel like he needed to be strong, even though he can be anyone he wants to be around me, that was really special for him to be able to just have that open line of communication. Christian was, oh my gosh, I've seen a complete change in him. Complete change in such a positive way. He's able to regulate his emotions at the age of just turning 4. Like some people in their 30s and 40s can't regulate their emotions. I think it's okay to let people know that you're not Superwoman. Like, I definitely walked out of my last abusive relationship thinking that I could take this on all by myself, and I couldn't, because it repeated itself. I tell people this all the time. If it wasn't for you guys, and my family and friends, of course, but for you guys, I think I would have went back in a second.
It took me finding Women Aware and getting the legal help to do anything. I was frozen with fear. I was constantly being harassed and called on probably a daily basis. Reaching out to Women Aware and getting help saved my mental health in ways that I couldn't even imagine. And to get a better understanding of the legal system, went to court twice with your help and with your advice and suggestions on how to fill out the form and what things to ask for. And I felt so empowered and so amazing afterward. I can pull strength and meaning and hope and encouragement from other people's experiences and stories and the resources that Women Aware provided to me. And other people can too.